Sometimes in the morning light, I swear that I can hear you breathe. And if I keep my eyes shut tight and pretend you're next to me, oh, I almost feel like you're here with me. I can feel you there. I can feel a thing. Someday soon, if I'm good and tough, I'll almost feel like almost is enough. Was I a good one? A daydream? The music from down the hall? Did I make it better? Did you feel it all come crashing down? Like it's simple, like I've known it all along. Like I've counted on my fingers all the times that it's gone. Oh, I wish that I could give you what you want. And I thought that I'd be strong enough. I'm not anymore. Then an old home for you. Do you remember your birthday when you turned 23? You were crying on my counter. You were begging me to leave, but I kissed your hands and told you I would stay till the end. It turns out I'm a liar. I just couldn't understand how to tell myself the truth and let it ride. Oh, I told myself I'm something that I'm not anymore. Then an old room for you. I could be anywhere, doing anything, seeing anyone, but why are you in my head? Now I second guess every second thought where the setup is for how your name gets involved. But I'd rather be with you. Oh, I'd rather be with you. Looking everywhere, doing everything, seeing everyone, still stuck in my head. All I gotta do to get over you, 'cause I'm not over you, is a stupid thing. But I'd rather be with you. Oh, I'd rather be with you. If I could turn back time and change my mind and do it all so differently, I would. Oh, 'cause everything means nothing if I let you go. You know I'd rather be. But I'd rather be with you. Oh, I'd rather be with you. I'd rather be with you. Oh, I'd rather be with you. Oh.
あとここのね、
ここを、はい、動画撮影してアップしてそれで
こちらが今日のお豆のリストになっていて、これの色の違いは焙煎度合いの違いになっています。浅入りか深入りとかはいつもこちらに提供しますか。
じゃあ私に
ホットブリューカクテルでコールドブリューを使用してるんですけど、まずコールドブリューこっちがシグニチャーコースで、最初は、カクテルはコールドブリューとカカオシロップに混ぜます。これはオレンジとチェリーとストロベリーとあとはパルメザンチーズ、コールドブリューコーヒー、このビシャラのコーヒーですね。それ次はフィルターコーヒーのカクテルなんですけど、まず最初にフィルターコーヒーを抽出して味ピスタチオ当たります。
すごいいいですね。
これはお酢なんですけど、ちょっと香りをぜひ。ミルクウォッシュって聞いたことありますか？ミルクウォッシュないです。あとミルクパンチとか。
何を
カード、
カードですね。はい、
カードです。
カード。
こちらはエスプレッソマティーニ。エスプレッソ？ウォッカでハニー。
Pretty glorious story, right? Like, it could be a dad's story.
Staring at the tapestry above the bed you gave me. I still haven't washed my sheets, 'cause I still smell you in the bed you used to rest your head on. How the hell am I supposed to sleep? Can we both face our demons? Can we change like the seasons? I wanna make her better, wipe the makeup from her face. I wish I had it better, I wish I didn't wanna stay. I wanna wear her sweater and not break down in my room, 'cause there's nothing sweeter than the bitter taste of you. And the bitter taste of you. Now I'm drunk on Chardonnay that I bought for our picnic day, and we never got to drink it. So I'm writing what I'm thinking. You could have told me sooner. I was sure that it was me. You used to want to hold me close. You used to want all of me. What's the reason for your tears? And what's the reason for your fears? In my mind I'm kissing you. Oh, where my dog, she misses you. Can we both face our demons? Can we change like the seasons? I wanna make her better, wipe the makeup from her face. I wish I had it better, I wish I didn't wanna stay. I wanna wear her sweater and not break down in my room. There's nothing sweeter than the bitter taste of you. The bitter taste of you. Diamond on the hands on, how that you know. Pretty little kissy on her arm, just about a minute I drive home. Should I make a calling for nothing? A sweet thing on herring, canvassing. I've been obsessed with you, with you. Cause girl, you smile just like a star that I can't even touch about. I'd rather die than I just let you go. You don't need to know who I am, but I've
抹茶のは
ありがとうございます。こちらからお出ししますよ。こちらお出しします。はい、ありがとうございます。
そうか、遺伝性か。
A message in my notes that I'm never gonna send to you, saying I'm sorry. I guess you never really know what somebody's gonna do when they get lonely. There's somebody better than me to take care of your insecurities. Did it all while leaving me in the dark. Trying so hard to be what you need. If you're into the finer things, well, maybe we should let this fall apart. 'Cause I feel so stupid for falling for you. I should've listened to my friends when they told me not to. But feel so stupid for falling for you. Should've listened to my friends. Well, they told me not to. They said you never one night stand trips to Candyland. If you get so close, then you might understand. But her heart's on my sleeve and I'm in too deep.
たまたま3時ぐらいに空いてました。はい、席入りました。平日はね、結構ね、入れるんです。いや、座りください。ゆりチャームショーご挨拶。
お願いします。
いや、
シャリお願いします。
いや、それでいきます。
スカンピンお願いします。
いや、スカンピンいきます。話題の小ぶりめちゃんごめんなさい。イワシをご用意しますね。失礼します。イワシですね。はい。上にはネギと黒。赤身をご用意いたしますね。冷たい水から出てるので今動かないんですけども、少し時間が経つと飛び跳ねます。九州から車エビをご用意します。
どっちがいい？
卵お好きでしたらボタン焼き。ボタンピンピンお願いします。
ケヤキ握りお願いします。
いや、ケヤキ握りいきます。生のハンバーグをお願いします。今入れ上がります。 赤貝の紐とキュウリ、紐キュウリです。ボタンエビをご用意します。はい。車エビ。ありがとう。ホッキ貝ですね。イワシをご用意しますね。失礼します。イワシ。上にはネギと黒七味乗せてご用意してます。ありがとうございます。ホッキ貝、サーフクラブ、サーフクラブ。ホッキ貝。はい。
お願いします。ウーロンピンお願いします。
シートお願いしますね。ベイビースナップ。ベイビースナップ。
失礼します。
いいよ。
ありがとう。
クリーミーな。
に
お腹の方いっぱいになりました。気持ちはまだ食べれるんだけど。気持ちは。軍艦の量、ゲタね。
出たね。はい、どうぞ。
メジマグロ。
大丈夫。はいよ。
こちら。フレッシュタイプとかの、大さじ。
黒ラーメンお願いします。
ウニをご用意いたします。ストレップジャック。
失礼します。ごさん、こちらです。
そうですね、夜は前菜が日本で。
もうね、でも2週間ちょっといますね。明日帰るんですけど、最高でしたよ。
ちょっと
Jerry, fermali un attimo che ci stanno un pezzo.
Sì.
乾杯。ありがとうございます。おめでとう。大丈夫？あ、もらったんだ。名刺が新しくなったんだ。
グランデってはい、グラスでお願い。グラスではい。今日の人はシナピのクルミアでクリームチーズ牛肉のあり、グラスの間にブラバルトレンコの天ぷらです。失礼します。はい。写真映えがいいかな。なんかね、京料理のお店だから。すみません、お願いいたします。
俺に意外と近いので時々見に行って。
発想がまず出てこないとは思うんだけど、なんかやっぱりなんか文化が違うからなんか
すぐ動き出すってどうそうそう体じゃない
ニンニク醤油と柚子胡椒と黒ごま七味だって。
23歳
4月の20
あ、ちょっとお花やばすぎる医療機器の品質やってるんですよ。
大体有名どころで止まってんだよね、そうね。
time with you. The in between don't count to me, no. Maybe somewhere I'll be home.
動画撮ってる
But it ain't here, no, it ain't there. Play the song. Some traveling. Anywhere inside. Even though we come and go, relationships just last so long. There's gotta be a place they still play on, still play on. Here with you